Hello, I am John DeJulius. I'm president of the DeJulius Group, and I'm also the producer of the Secret Service Summit, where every year we bring in 10 to 12 amazing speakers, best-selling authors. And I have to tell you, W was 2012's top speaker. He was so dynamic, so amazing. And not only did he entertain the crowd, but what he did simultaneously, which I find rare and unique, was he had a motivational message that while people were bent over laughing, they also left inspired, which is really unique. And he did a lot of work. John Morgan, the W, did such an amazing job of customizing his message to fit the audience and the vision of this conference, and it was remarkable.
We're bringing you a very special guest, a true commander in service. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to please rise and welcome a man who needs no introduction.
Good to see you. You all right. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's good to see you. I miss you too, brother. And it is great to be in a room full of protectors of America. The Secret Service, wow. When they told me I was going to get a chance to address the Secret Service, I was just so excited, because it's my desire to honor the honorers. Isn't that what you want to do, Dave? Yes, sir. Absolutely. To love the lovers, to give back to the givers, and to turn the evildoers into evil didders. I want to give you guys a shout out for being the kind of people that know that it's better to give than to receive, to give yourself for a cause that's greater than yourselves, for folks who invest your time, your money, and your energy into coming to the Secret Service Summit to learn how to serve. From Laura and me and a grateful nation, way to go, amigos. That's right, ma'am, I speak Mexican. Feliz Navidad. My llama is Jorge. Which is weird because that starts with an H. And to those of you here today, again, who have got the wisdom to gain wisdom, the hunger to improve yourselves, mi casa is su casa. But to the selfish and the ignorant, I use a little Mexican food lingo and say mi casa es nachos. Boy, what a good-looking crowd. Look at you guys. You must be in the service industry. Because, you know, the front line is where it's all about. The people that they see first. And, you know, there are some times, you know, you all got smartphones nowadays. You know, I love FaceTime. You know what I mean? You can turn it on. I have so much fun with Laura. She never knows who, what, or where I'm going to be, you know, when I FaceTime her. And I never know what I'm going to get. If it's early in the morning, she won't even turn on the light. Because it could be, you know, an ambassador or somebody. And if her hair's not all perfect yet, you know, she doesn't want me FaceTiming. But it's fun. I do it anyway. Because I love Laura. I love to be around her. I love to be near her. I can never be apart from her without wishing I was with her. She's my compadre. She's my best friend. She prays for me. She listens to me. I think she even voted for me. She's helped me with so many things. When I first met her, somebody told me she was a librarian, which was good because I needed help with English. And she, right from the start, she's very no-nonsense. She didn't mind telling me, George, you've got to break the big words down into their subparticiples. Like that one word, a famous word. You take it and you go, new and clear. I went, oh, it helps. New and clear. Hey, let's have a competition. You guys on this side, say after me, new and clear. Okay, so far they got you beat. New. Clear. New. Clear. Yeah, that's nuclear. And it helps when you know that. When you break things down into their diagrammables, it gives you a little bit of background insight. Laura helped me with my Healthy Heart Initiative as well. She believes, along with me, that you got to have a healthy heart, good ticker, and get lots of exercise. And now that we're out of the White House, we're still trying to keep the Healthy Heart Initiative moving. And we're using the red dress campaign. Perhaps you've seen Laura's red dress on the side of a can of Diet Coke. And I have no idea what Laura's red dress has to do with a healthy heart, Lois. But I know one thing. When I see Laura in that dress, my heart beats faster. But, I figured with all of these service professionals, maybe you can help me with a new motto for the campaign, because Dick Cheney doesn't want to be the poster child anymore. So I was thinking maybe I could come up with, and actually while I was riding down the elevator, I had a chuckle because I thought of perhaps a new motto for the Healthy Heart Initiative. And I want to see what you guys think of it. You ready? The heart. You can't beat it. Yeah, I'm kind of pumped about it. And I'll tell you a funny story. When Laura and I were heading home from Washington after Obama got elected, we were driving through Waco on our way back to Crawford, and we stopped to fill up the truck. Maybe some of y'all have heard this story. And after we filled up the Ford F-150, we jumped inside, and the guy behind the counter was one of Laura's old flames from high school. And it's kind of funny, we did the back slap and the autographs and all that, and climbed back up in the truck, and I said, Laura, just think about it. If you'd have married that guy, you'd be working here. She says, George, if I'd have married him, he'd have been president. And I know that's true, and I'll tell you what, it is because of the ladies that this world is a beautiful place. It is because of the ladies that men are organized. And I want to take a moment to honor not only my beautiful bride, not only my lovely mother, but every woman in this place, because it is because of you that we succeed. We guys wouldn't even exist if it weren't for some serious labor that you guys put in. So, gentlemen, help me in honoring the women in this room. Yes. And I also want to take a moment to thank the first responders, the ministers, the police, the firefighters, those who put their lives on the line for our safety each and every day. Let's give them a round of applause here in Ohio. Yes. And I would be remiss if I did not thank America's servicemen and women who put their lives on the line every day around the world for the cause of freedom. If you are or you have served in the military in this room, this shout out is for you. God bless the troops. Yes. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, isn't gratitude a good thing? We're coming up on Thanksgiving, and it's a time to reflect on all of your blessings. And some folks here, you might not realize how blessed you are. But you're living in a land where you have freedom. You're living in a land where you can buy a burger for $1. If times are tough, you're still going to eat, you know. It's good. And you're living at a place where you're learning today how to make price irrelevant by being servants. You see, if you give folks an experience that's unforgettable, they're not thinking about the price. They're thinking about how they can't live without that experience. You know what W stands for? Wow. Thanksgiving. I love this time of year. We just got through Halloween. And, you know, we had some bang-up parties in the White House this time of year. You know, at Christmas time, we got the beautiful tree, and, oh, boy, the chefs we have around there is amazing. But one of my favorite Halloweens at the White House was the last one we had. And, you know, we really decked the place out, you know, and, boy, I'll tell you what, the White House has got some hiding places. And it was so much fun, you know, dashing around the hall, you know, and, you know, hey, Condoleezza, boo! So funny. Hey, Cheney, oh, I better not. The last Halloween we were there, after we, you know, sent all the kiddies home and it was time to go to bed, Laura got me back. Yes, indeed. I crawled in bed and leaned over to kiss her goodnight, and she was wearing a Hillary Clinton mask. I said, honey, that is wrong on so many levels. Service. Taking a risk. You know, what's it cost you to be friendly, even when you don't feel like it? What's it cost you to step out and greet folks with a smile? You know, I had the privilege of flying Air Force One over into the Green Zone, Thanksgiving 2003. And, you know, we had our men and women serving over there, and I wanted to encourage the troops, wanted to eat a little turkey with the boys, and to prove to the world that America does not have arachnophobia. Hey, you smile, Elizabeth, but it was tough. I mean, we flew over there under the cover of complete darkness, no moon, no running lights, no landing lights. We had to feel our way in. I won't say we hit anything when we landed, but Laura and I got new camel hair coats out of the deal. Some guy's writing a screenplay about that whole experience. You know, he's going to make a movie. He wants to call it Air Force One 2. They've actually contacted me about playing the role of Harrison Ford. I don't think so. Get off my plane. I don't know. But anyway, what a hoot. What a blast. What a blast to be here in Ohio the day before the election. Hey. The whole nation is focused on this state, and for good reason. I mean, it all comes down right here. And what an honor and a privilege to be here today with you, learning how to be better at what I do and what you do. It's an honor. You know, see, we are ambassadors of our businesses. We are trainers of ambassadors, and it was my job to be kind of the chief ambassador of freedom, of democracy around the world. I would travel around sharing the simple message that good is better than bad. That freedom is better than bondage. And that right is better than left. Wrong, left, whatever. And you know, giving folks the red carpet treatment is what we do. And, you know, we have a red carpet at the White House where we welcome dignitaries and folks from all around the world. And, man, one of the most breathtaking moments that, in my experience, was the time the Pope popped over. Pope Benedict it's one of those letter numbers. But he came over to pray over the site of Ground Zero, 9/11, 2001. And then we had a ticker tape parade for him down Madison Avenue. And you probably remember seeing that cute little white bulletproof car, on Fox News. I called it the Popesicle. And then he came down to Washington, and we had a nice state dinner, and we talked over world leadership issues and stuff like that. And then he wanted to bless the cottage, the White House, And so after dinner, he and I are walking around, tooling down the halls and stuff, and he had that smoky, swingy thing of his, And I felt kind of nervous because we had enacted a no smoking policy in the White House, How do you tell the Pope, Mr. Pope, no smoking, And I didn't say anything, but I wanted to. And I was fascinated with that incense burner of his, I wanted to give it a swing. He wouldn't let me. I think he could tell I wanted to go like that. See if all the stuff would stay in, And that stuff got an interesting fragrance to it. I found out what it is. It's a potpourri. So, service. I would like to share with you what I've learned through years of managing a baseball team, running an oil company, running the state of Texas, and then, of course, serving as president. Say this with me. Courage. Communication. Character. Right. I call those the 4 C's of leadership. Takes a lot of courage to do what I did. Run the country, fight terrorists, be anywhere close to Cheney. You know what we call this in Washington? The Cheney reaction. Somebody stuck a sticker on the limo that says, duck, duck, goose, Cheney's loose. But when you're a leader, you've got to live by principles. You've got to live by a set of values, and you've got to stick to those principles, even when it seems like nobody thinks your ideas are any good. Man, it's something I had to deal with from time to time. It's okay, though. It made me tough. I've got thick skin like an elephant, which, of course, is the symbol of the Republican Party. My Democratic friends are depicted as a donkey, or as my friends to the south call them, burritos. Now, the second C is communication. And do not misunderestimate. Communication is the most important part of talking. Now, studies show that good communication is only about 15% verbal, which in my case is a good thing. But I'll have you know I am fluent in over 9 different body languages, some of which I had to give up when I got saved. But when you're bilingual, as I am, you've got to be careful to use the words you mean to use, because it's easy to create an international incident, as I learned recently during a trip to Kyrgyzstan. Big difference between saying I want a cracker and I am a cracker. Now, the third C is character. And I know you know what I mean by character. Integrity, morality, traditional family values. I've been privileged to fly Air Force One into America's largest cities. Now, Air Force One, now that's a man cave. Clinton calls it a chick magnet, but that's a different story. I've seen the best of America. I've flown Marine One into many of the smaller towns, and around the world I've slept in Buckingham Palace. I've watched the sunrise over Jerusalem, and I've feasted in the deserts of Abu Dhabi. I like that word. It's fun to say. Abu Dhabi. Sounds like bibbidi bobbidi. I mean, who would name their country Abu Dhabi and expect anybody to take them seriously? I don't know. Where was I? Oh, yes. Okay. to capsize what I've been saying. It is the ability to give. It is the ability to care more about the people in front of you than the person that's standing in you. You know, look around your world. Givers are the happiest people you know, aren't they? Think about it. People who take, they tend to be a little bit bitter, a little bit greedy, a little, you know, like that. I have never met a happy dictator. So, give, and it shall be given unto you. Isn't that awesome? It's so much fun. And that's what this week is all about. That's what the Secret Service Summit seeks to do, to train us on how to be givers, on how to care more about the needs of our customers than we care about our own needs. And they are going to become raving fans. That's why people love America. America is full of kind-hearted people. Are any of you from the Northeast here today? Kathy, did you have a difficult time getting here? No. Good. I'm so glad. Folks in the Northeast are really going through it. And I know y'all know that. So please keep them in your prayers. But you know what? This is America. Guess what's happening? People are flooding into the Northeast from all over the country to give of themselves. People who are grateful for what they have, giving to serve someone else until we're all doing well again. And I love how that works. Kind of like the human body, you know, when something happens, you know, the puzzles go, you know, and until it's all healed up. Corpuscles. Got your white ones and your red ones. Anyway, so everybody wants to know, what's next for old W? Well, I want to continue being an influencer. And I got thinking about it. What is it that moves people? It's music, sir. Music. I dare say each and every one of you, you've got songs that you learned when you were younger, songs that became part of you, songs that every time you hear them, they take you right back to where you were when you first heard them. And then there's great American songs like, "Oh, say, can you see?" I told you there was 4 C's. I like the letter C because it's also a word. I also like the letter Y. You know why? Because it's a word that can help you check yourself. You know, ask yourself, why? Why? I ask myself that all day long. Why? When I get ready to do something, I ask myself, why? Because you can evaluate yourself, make sure you're doing it for the right reason. But my favorite letter is the letter D. You know why? Because D is the first letter in the word W. So, music. So I've actually been taking some guitar lessons. And I would like to continue my communication with you today by performing a song for you. And Agent Bowers, if you'll do me a favor, I've got a guitar hidden right behind that table. If you'll go grab it. Would you guys like to hear W do a song for you? Yeah. Good. All right. All right. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Oh, boy. You know, now that I'm standing here, I realize this might not have been a good idea. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. You ready? A 1 and a 2 and a... Are we on in the house? All right. Well, I'm the free world leader. Freedom's rolling out to you. Well, I'm the free world leader now, mama. Freedom's rolling out to you. Ooh. Well, I'm the good news instigator. passionate conversator. This freedom is rocking and rolling on out to you. Got me a nuclear buster. Protecting freedom is what I do, and I do it for you. Got me a daisy cutter, and that's my strategery for you. Well, you'd best not mess with U.S., baby, or U.S. sure will mess with you. Oh, you know that's true. Yes, it is. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. And to the right. Ooh, 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 ooh. A Laura lover. That lovely lady stays on my mind. Whoa, she's so fine. Well, I'm a Laura lover. Ooh, that lovely lady stays on my mind. That was the president doing the king. Well, I'm so glad I got her love for my own now. Sweet child, there won't be no child left behind. Seems how lately, babe, got a bad case of red, white, and blue. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Woo! Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Folks, always bring your A game. Always do your best. Because you never know if you'll get another chance. If tomorrow I lost everything I've worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank God above to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Whoa, whoa, whoa. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart. Won't you stand with me and say, come on everybody, let's stand up and sing it together, come on. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. One more time. And I'm proud proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up right next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless you. Thank you. And God bless America. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. I love you.